Hi, welcome to Christine's Corner. Welcome with Grandma Christine. Yes, that's right. I'm going to be reading some more children's books. Today's book is The Great Bear Brigade, Lost in the Woods, written by Jason Kutasi, illustrated by Javier Jimenez-Ratti. And forgive me if I pronounce those names wrong, please. And the publisher is Puppy Dogs and Ice Cream Inc. The Great Bear Brigade has lots of stories to share. Once you read their adventures, then you'll be aware of life's lessons to learn and how to take care. They will help you live smart and always beware. It's a really cool hike when you get to play scout. See, they're up on the mountain looking and watching. Maybe they're looking for animals. I'm not sure yet. When you know the way home and can figure it out, but the trail can be scary and fill you with doubt. When you're lost in the woods, no one can hear you shout. Can you see that, boys and girls? You should always think twice before climbing trees. Have you ever climbed a tree? I did when I was young, and the branch broke and I hit my head on the rock. So be careful. Make sure that tree limb is good before you climb up on it. You might grab a branch and stir up some bees. I didn't think of bees. You have bees around your place? The brigade knows the forest and roams it with ease. There are tricks they can share if you just ask them, please. Before you get frightened and start losing your mind, get lost in the woods. Have you ever gotten lost in the woods? I did once. I came out, it was pretty far down where I went into. You should always bring someone with you. The Bear Brigade will come to get you out of your bind. The Bear Brigade is coming and they're going to help them. Remember their suggestions, which might help you find the quickest way back so you aren't left behind. You don't want to be left behind, right? No. A lot of animals in those woods. These are nice bears, huh? When you and your friends go off hunting for treasure, tell someone where you're going and take a map for good measure. I always have a map or a compass. Do you know how to use a compass? Have a plan to get home without any pressure. Here's all their camping gear. Yeah, gone camping? Have your light, flashlight, a tent. There's all kinds of stuff here. Backpack, pots and pans. Knowing the directions will make it a pleasure. The Great Bear Brigade is simply the best. When they sense you're in trouble, they'll never rest. See? And all of their skills will be put to the test. They're happy to help and they do it with zest. See, they help them put up their tents. Isn't that nice? And keep them nice and cozy and warm. When you have a problem that leaves you perplexed, the bears have the answers, so you won't be vexed. You'll be flipping the pages and reading the text. Follow their adventures to see what comes next. Pay special attention as the stories unfold. These Bear Brigade adventures need to be told. This is the bear, lost in the woods. That was a great story, didn't you think? I thought so. Now our next book is called Fiona, Flamingo, written by Rachel Euretia Chu, illustrated by Kate Jeffrey. See, this flamingo is very colorful. Have you ever seen one? Got maybe in the zoo? Or maybe you've seen one in your own hometown. This is illustrated. I got the illustrated. The publisher is Puppy Dogs and Ice Cream Inc. On a beautiful sunny afternoon where life was simply the best, a little flamingo named Fiona hatched from her egg in a nest. See, since she's so cute. It's just a little baby thing coming out of the egg. Little Fiona grew up, making lots of friends. They played flamingo games from day's start to day's end. Here's her flamingo friends. They all look alike, don't they, right now? Chasing butterflies. As the time passed, the birds all became stronger. They also got pinker, and their feathers grew longer. They turned pinker and pinker. With each feather they grew. They got bigger and bigger until some of them flew. See? Well, Fiona isn't pink yet. We'll see how it happens. Fiona remained featherless until it happened one night. She woke up with feathers, but they were bright white. See that? They're all white. There's no color, no pink. The other flamingos gasped and stared at her in shock. They couldn't believe what they were seeing and wildly began to squawk. Oh, they're all making fun of her because she's all white and they're all colorfully pink. Her friends looked at the white feathers, not knowing what to think. You're not the right color. Flamingos are supposed to be pink. Huh. With everyone shouting, Fiona began to get scared. She looked at her feathers, and then she looked at theirs. You don't have to be so loud, and please don't make a scene. That's when Fiona started shaking, and her feathers turned to green. Oh no, they are white, and now they are green. What's going on? Let's see. When her friends saw the change, they squawked louder and meaner. Fiona got more anxious, and her feathers grew greener. Oh no. Her friends looked at the green feathers, not knowing what to think. Stop being so silly, Fiona. Flamingos are supposed to be pink. See, she's still green, not pink like the rest of them. Oh no, said Fiona. This is worse than just bad. But her friends kept on squawking, and then Fiona got mad. You're making me angry, she jumped and furiously said. That's when Fiona started yelling, and her feathers turned too red. Oh, now Fiona is red. She went from white to green to red. What is next? They're all afraid. What is going on? The flock became silent, hoping things would get better. But Fiona got madder, and her feathers grew redder. See, they're redder, and they're still pink. It's getting close, getting there. Her friends looked at the red feathers, not knowing what to think. Don't you think you should calm down now? Flamingos are supposed to be pink. They all rushed to hug her, and now Fiona felt bad. Her anger was fading, but now she felt sad. That was nice of them to hug her when she's so mad, to change her from mad to not so mad now. She whimpered and cried, I'm all mixed up in hue. That's when Fiona started sobbing, and her feathers turned to blue. Oh my, now it's blue, from white to green to red, now blue. Oh my, what's going on? The flock watched from afar, and their concerns grew truer, but Fiona just got sadder, and her feathers grew bluer. Her friends looked at the blue feathers, not knowing what to think. Just what kind of bird are you? Flamingos are supposed to be pink. No one could cheer her up, so instead they stayed away. That's when Fiona got lonely, and her feathers turned to gray. Now they're gray. Oh my, what is there to do? A young chick floated up with a gaze so pure and true. I hope my feathers change colors when I'm as big as you. See, there was just a little bird talking to Fiona. Fiona flashed a happy smile, and her feathers erupted in color. It was a surprise to everyone. No feather was like any other. They're all the colors that she came. Now they're all there, and all her feathers. Wow. Pink, white, and green, red, blue, and gray. She was every single color now, and that's the way she stayed. Isn't she pretty? All those beautiful colors. It's too bad they didn't talk to her when she was changing different colors. The entire flock gathered around, and Fiona gave a big wink. I guess we've all learned a lesson here. Flamingos don't have to be pink. And here's one last look at Fiona, all different colors. You don't have to be pink. You can be what you want. That was a great book. Let me just take my sip of my water here so I can finish another book. And this book is I Want to Be a Dino Kid. From the creative mind of Vince Cleghorn, I want to be a Dino Kid. Let's see who illustrated. The illustrator is Puppy Dogs and Ice Cream. And it was colored by Vince Cleghorn, Urabel. Illustrated by Vince Cleghorn, Andrew Bissareb. Again, I hope I didn't damage anybody's names as I pronounced them. It says, for my friend Vernon, the original Dino Kid. One last look at Dino Kid. I want to be a Dino Kid. I have lots of reasons why. Like, Dino Kids are dino huge and almost touch the sky. See, they're pretty big. At bedtime, Dino Kids are never told to go to sleep. They get to watch TV while other kids are counting sheep. At Dino School, where Dino Kids are taught to scare and bite, they get to go in when they please, the afternoon or night. So either go to Dino School and he's going when he wants to. When bath time comes around, a Dino Kid rejects the tub. They find themselves a swimming pool to have a soapy scrub. Well, he's pretty big, so he probably does need a big pool to wash up in instead of a little bathtub. It's pretty big. When asked to eat his greens, a Dino Kid will frown and then eat the trees at a public park, so he's never asked again. Oh no, he just ate up all those trees. Now what's the park ranger to do? When Dino Kids get really sick, the doctors always say it's best to eat a dino burger to keep the germs away. Wow, let's look how big that dino burger is. It's huge, but he's huge too, and a huge bed. And when his shots are due, a Dino Kid will grin. No needle is strong enough to pierce my scaly skin. See, they tried to put a needle in his arm and the needle broke because his skin is so thick. And he's so big. If Mom forgets the popping candy on his birthday cake, a Dino Kid can stomp his feet and make the whole house shake. Whoa, I wouldn't want him in my house, breaking up the walls and the floor. When hordes of spooky ghosts decide to creep around at night, a Dino Kid will roar so loud they disappear with fright. Roar. See, all the ghosts are all going away. He's frightening them with this big roar. When visiting the barber, Dino Kids put on a show by hiring helicopters for their monthly trim and blow. So you use helicopters. That's a pretty big Dino Kid, right? You got to use helicopters to blow dry their hair and cut their hair. On Halloween, a Dino Kid will always be the one to win Best Monster Costume, though he doesn't have one on. It's a good thing. We wouldn't be able to find a costume that big, right? If he's told, go clean your room, a Dino Kid will say, no problem, as he lifts the house and tips the mess away. Look, everything is flying out of the house as he picked up the whole house. Yeah, all the parents, the toys, everything. And even shorter Dino Kids are guaranteed a ride, as they're a whole lot taller than the height restriction guide. When playground bullies think to themselves they've scored on easy lunch, a Dino Kid will knock them flat without a single punch. He just blows at them and they just roll over, go pretty far, and they just get knocked right over. Touchdown. I want to be a Dino Kid, so please don't make a peep, 'cause I can be a Dino Kid when I am fast asleep. So he's dreaming of being a Dino Kid. Do you want to be a Dino Kid? I don't want to be a Dino Kid. I wouldn't be able to have fun playing with everybody else. They're so much bigger. So that was a great story. They're all good stories from Puppy Dogs and Ice Cream Inc. So I have another book here, but I don't have time to read it, Zim Pig. Maybe next time. But tune in to Christine's Corner and watch Grandma Christine reading children's books. Thank you for coming, and miss you, love you. See you next week.
The water's warm at Jaws Pond, and we're stocked full of treasures. Big or small, we buy it all. We buy and sell fast rides, power tools, vintage guitars, and so much more. Walk the plank in style with our fine jewelry, diamonds, and watches. Plus, we have a huge selection of the latest video games, including the new PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Jaws Pond, conveniently located on Meriden Waterbury Turnpike in Southington and West Main Street in New Britain.